So hello, my name is Semaj Jr. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Jeremy Grunin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
You've been in the leadership industry for 25 years now.
Yes.
What is it like now that you're the president of the Grunin Foundation and that you've opened up the Grunin Holding LLC?
So what is it like? So for a long time, I worked in larger companies, right? Bigger companies that had stockholders and thousands and thousands and thousands of employees. And I started in those jobs at the very bottom and worked my way up to become a director, and eventually I had teams of over 1,000 different folks working for me. But that was always working for someone else. So the direction was set by a big company, right? With a big room of people who were making decisions for us about how we were supposed to run things. Over the last 10 years, I've been very lucky to come back home and work with my family and work with our communities and be able to work on solutions together for how we can address issues, problems, gaps, whatever we can do to make it a better place for folks to live in Monmouth and Ocean counties. So it's really exciting to have this opportunity.
That's great. So how did you get started in your field?
So I got started in this field. I run the Grunin Foundation, right? And that's a family foundation, which means we do philanthropic work. We help support and uplift communities and folks that need additional support or additional resources. And it's called the Grunin Foundation because it was started by my parents. And I'm very lucky because I'm their only child. So I became the one who ran the Grunin Foundation because I had no brothers or sisters to fight off. So that's really how I got the job. But I've kept the job, I think, because I think I work fairly well with partners and folks in our communities to work on things that we can address and make an impact on.
That's great.
Thank you.
What advice would you give someone getting started in your field?
Getting started in my field. So I'm going to look at it as nonprofits and philanthropy. Philanthropy is giving money or giving support to organizations that are nonprofits typically. The advice I would give is prepare yourself for a lot of frustration because it could be extremely frustrating and it can be, at times you can be very sad, upset, disheartened by the fact that you might think that the solutions and the ideas you have make so much sense that we should just do it naturally as a country and as a government. So it can be really, really frustrating. But there are those moments, right? And those moments come, sometimes you get 5 of them in a day. Sometimes you get 5 of them in a week. Sometimes you only get 5 of them in a month. But there are those moments where you realize that the work you're doing really is helping folks and you really are making a difference. And those moments are so rewarding that they often outweigh all the frustration that you may deal with getting to those points, if that makes sense.
It does. So how does it feel being the president of the Grunin Foundation?
It feels good. It feels good to know that you're doing good work. It feels good to know that people are looking for you to weigh in and have a voice on things that can be changed. It's good to be able to set direction of which way we want to go on things, and be able to hire and have a team of amazing folks that are way smarter than I am that work for me. Because that's the real key to leadership, is surrounding yourself with people that are smarter than you, because it makes your job a lot easier, and then you just get to high five and shake hands and kiss babies. That's the best. And for me, it's really easy to surround yourself with smarter people, so that's a win for me. But I love being the president. I think it's we don't refer to ourselves with titles like that, because when I'm in a room with my team or with our partners, we're just a bunch of folks trying to figure out how to get things done.
That's great. Do you contribute to any local businesses or other places around you?
Around me?
Yes.
We do. We contribute. So when you say we contribute to a number of nonprofits, for example, Interfaith Neighbors here in town, we've supported them. We've supported the Food Bank of Monmouth and Ocean County, the Count Basie Theater, which is nearby, the YMCA, Boys and Girls Clubs. There's so many of them that have such amazing programs and amazing leaders that we have the ability to support. And then we also have our own businesses, because I also, in order to give money away, you have to make money every now and then. And so I have a bunch of businesses that I have myself, including a restaurant and some florists. So if you need like a boutonniere to go with that pocket square, just let me know. But some other stuff and some real estate and some other stuff that we have that helps support local folks, and also allows us to give back to our communities.
That's great. So this is kind of a fun question we got to put in. What if you could trade places with one historical figure for a day, who would it be?
Wow, that's a good question. I have to be honest with you. And you get asked that question a lot of different ways, like who do you look up to, who are your heroes, things like that. I'm gonna give you a kind of a corny answer. I wouldn't want to change with anyone. You don't know what other people's lives are like. You don't know who's happy, who's unhappy, who feels confident, who suffers from anxiety, who has what kind of personal life. Everybody has their own issues and things that they have to deal with.
Right.
I know what I have to deal with, and I'll take what I've been dealt in this life because I'm pretty happy with what it is. So I would stay as me, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I would like to be younger like you, but other than that, I'll stay as me.
That's great. Well, it was great talking to you, and it was nice, very nice meeting you.
Great meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you.